Y'all good out there? Everybody good? Clap it up one time for my dog, Lowkey. You know what I mean? So we back, man. No sleeping in the trophy room. Oh, okay. We about to go straight Q&A. All right. Well, hey, pass my mic back. Pass the mic.
I just have one question.
I do.
I'm a female in the industry, and I saw you post something, and I love you for posting it. And it had to do with men acknowledging you as a female in the industry. You know, like people introducing you as Ivy, the girl that works in the industry. So I would love for you to talk on that.
Absolutely. You know what's crazy? I need to put that back up on my Instagram. I put it in my archives, just because it was kind of like messing with like the flow of and the grids of my Instagram. But it was a thought that I didn't think would really like go off the way it did. But basically what had happened was I was in a place where, say if I'm with you and you take me to a party or wherever we are, and we're in a room full of like established people, and you saying hi, we kikiing, we literally in the same breathing space, and you don't introduce me. That's literally the norm with women that men don't realize. You know, they say hi to all their friends, and they forget to establish a presence over here with the grown woman who's about her business, and now she looks like a groupie. Now she look like she nobody, and she's a fly on the wall. And that discouraged me from even introducing myself, because I'm like, yo, you just set the tone over there, and we over here. So I want people, not even men, I want people to be more, in touch with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all the people that you know. Make sure that we do. There's nothing wrong with sharing. Know what I'm saying?
That's big. That's big.
And just so we clear, it wasn't me that did that shit. I respect Ivy to the moon. It was not me. Just so we can set the tone real quick.
I love love.
Here we go. Turn me up a little bit. There we go.
You better turn you up.
Yeah, please turn him up, please. So Low, man.
Some more.
Likewise, man. You fresh off the BT weekend. Congratulations on Duce Palooza.
Yeah.
LA, man. How was that, bro?
It was amazing. I had just came from Philly from doing trap karaoke, so I flew that morning, and I landed like at 10 o'clock, went straight to the venue, changed, did sound check, and then just partied till like 5 hours. Rick Ross came out, the whole city of LA came out, and it was exhausting, but this is a good problem to have, so I'm very grateful.
Absolutely. Rick Ross appreciation, that's how it was going down?
That's how it started, and he killed it, performed all of his hits, and he was very appreciative of all the support. He just dropped his new single with Wale, so the stars aligned and it made sense, so we was good.
That's amazing, man. I saw the tweets, I saw all the posts, man. It was looking so live.
Yeah, exhausting. It was exhausting, though.
Yeah. So Low, man, we've been down for like a decade, man, and I've seen. Likewise, like you've seen mine, I've seen your evolution and just growth out here, man. And I really salute you when it comes to just the evolution of your hustle. You know what I mean? From you heard that new to now you're a host on Beats One, you founded Trap Karaoke, Duce Palooza. Like, what was there a spark or something that initiated that you just felt like, that you need to diversify what you're doing, or was it something that come natural to you? Were you inspired by somebody?
I mean, like, honestly, everything that I'm involved with now, it just came from, one, desperation because I wanted this so bad. Two, I had a group of, awesome individuals around me, that we make money together. We have businesses together. We're involved in each other's families' lives. Like, all that type of shit just kept us motivated. And three, like, this is fun. Like, I worked a hotel job. I was working as a manager at the DoubleTree Hotel in New Brunswick, and that was depressing. And I knew I couldn't do a 9-to-5 job. That didn't make me happy. It was affecting my life. It was affecting my relationships, family, friends. And then, music just always played a big part of my life. I made beats in college. I had a radio show in college. But then, speaking to people and motivating people and letting people have fun in my presence was something that gave me a joy that I can't describe. So being on stage at Trap Karaoke, being on stage with Duce Palooza, being on the radio, to over 100 countries, like that feeling is indescribable. I can't tell you how that feels. You can just see it through my face. So I hope everybody finds a passion, a job, something that gives you that indescribable feeling because, it doesn't come often. But like Ivy said earlier, when it comes, you better over-deliver. You better be prepared, you better study your craft, and you better be appreciative when it actually hits you in the face because these things don't happen often. So, I'm just very, very, honored to even share my story that y'all want to hear what I got to say. But, I appreciate that.
Of course,
I'm proud
man.
of you, Lo.
Of course,
Thank
man.
you, Ivy.
Word up, word up. Give it up one time for Lowkey, man. It's real talk we having right now. It's real talk. So Low, man, obviously you have a team around you, man, and you came up with these guys. You're friends with them, like you said. You're involved with their families. Everybody, all the homies all get together. Everybody's like, man, let's get this money. But like, what does it really take, for friends to get together and get that money and really identify what shit's like? It's like a basketball team, you know what I mean? And
I mean, you gotta have honest ass conversations with your friends. You love your friends like they're your brothers and your sisters, but some of them just don't deliver as they should. And those conversations are very, very uncomfortable. So honesty and transparency is the only thing that's gonna get y'all keeping, it's gonna move y'all on. We've had to let go of some of our friends from, Duce Palooza because, some of them just weren't doing the job. It doesn't mean we don't love you any less. It just means you affecting the bottom line. And the bottom line is to keep us in the black and not keep us in the red. You understand? So when you have these conversations and when you tell them, like, this is what we need, you're not giving us what we need, and they can understand and reciprocate that, it's going to be a difficult thing. And you may have hard feelings at first. But if that's your man's and that's your girl, they can be like, you know what? You're right. I was slipping. And sometimes I got to have conversations with Cam, with Kaz, with Chris, with Rory, with Austin. Like, these are all my guys involved with Duce Palooza. And they've had to have conversations with me. Because like we've been doing this for the last 7, 8 years. We started by ourselves. Then it was Henny Palooza, and Hennessy wasn't fucking with us. Then, Rock Nation and Jay-Z came in and got us for Duce Palooza. So we had to tighten up. But that involved honest, transparent conversations. So if we're gonna be sitting under $1 billion company, we gotta act like $1 billion men. So that, and again, it's a hard conversation to have, but it's necessary if you want to land on a Forbes list. Not just some fun, creative list that Complex come up with, but Forbes. And no disrespect to Complex, but there are levels to success. And you got to achieve and attain these levels if you want to level up. And that's, it's the truth of it.
no, that's a fact, man. I saw a few things, seen a few things with Duce Palooza, man. Like, and we're gonna get into that in a minute, but you just touched on something that I just want to talk about real quick about how another company saw what you guys were doing, the movement that you guys were creating, and they didn't take to it. When when Hove and Duce came to you guys and fully embraced you, you guys, I'm pretty sure you knew that you had a movement before that, but was that like a testament to all the work that you had done? Like, what kind of feeling did that give you when you guys got approached by Duce and The Rock and all that?
One, it just proved that, Jay and that whole team, they just understood what we were doing for the past, not even 2 years, past 5, 6 years. They saw that, this is a black-owned business, and Rock Nation is a black-owned business. And one quote, Jay had told Lenny S. the day that we kind of closed the deal, or actually we had started the deal, but Jay had no idea that me, Lenny S. and Cam went to lunch to try to orchestrate everything. And he called Lenny that night, and he says, why are we not working with the Henny Palooza guys? Like, what are we doing? Like, why are they not on our team? Had no idea that we were already starting at the structure of the deal. So that right there, that little part of it makes me understand that they know what we're doing. They know the cloth that we come from. They know, the work that we put in. And they know that the other company, fell by the wayside by not promoting us, by not, letting us curate, events for them. So now, Duce Palooza is on its second year, and we're on a nationwide tour, even though we've been doing it by ourselves. But now we're in
Clap it up for
partnership.
that, man. That's huge.
We're in partnership with the first billionaire hip-hop musician. So it's like, numbers don't lie. That's pretty much it.
And it's crazy. Puff said that in the joint.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's how I took it from.
It's full circle, man, up here in Trophy Room. But check it out, man. Just talk about Duce Palooza. I got a little segment for my dog, Lowkey. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it on up.
Please don't embarrass me.
Nah. We Gucci, baby. We're going to have some.
No, it's not moods for low, like, not drunk low, please.
Nah.
Not tonight.
Sound man, get with me. We got a joint right here called Duce Palooza It. Sometimes you just have a little bit too much Duce. You might be, Lowkey might. Lowkey might just take you over the top, and you like, oh shit, I done Duce Palooza it. Check it out.
Duce Palooza.
So,
Shit.
check me out. Baby girl. Whoa! Shit. Lights.
You really had to pull that up, bro? That's a lawsuit in the making right there.
That right there. So check it out. Lo, just give me a quick riff about that, man. Like, what's going on with that?
All right, so if anybody's in here been to a Henny Palooza, Duce Palooza, we have water guns, and we go around the venue, and we just, spray Duce in people's mouths, pause. And towards the end of the night, people really look for the water guns. And that young lady, I'm not going to say what city because we don't need to incriminate anybody. Yeah. She was really, 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 excited about the Duce gun. So Kaz was, sitting there and just spraying the girls in the mouth, pause again. And she just really, really got excited. And one thing led to another. You see what happened.
She Duce Palooza.
She Duce Palooza it. And the thing, we posted it on social media, and people were so angry. We were like, they were angry with us because we didn't help her. But it's like, she did the work herself. Like, we just.
She had the choice.
She had the choice. Like, I don't know why she was just so excited. I don't know if she wanted to be Kaz, if she liked the guns, or if she's drunk. I don't know what the case was, but that didn't go over so well. But it's still a funny thing, and thank you for reminding me, and now I feel bad again. But yeah, that's.
Shout out to her, man.
Duce Palooza it, whatever.
Everybody just take your time with that Duce, man, because you don't want Duce Palooza it, man.
You gotta be very careful with that shit. Please don't put up nothing. Okay.
Check it out.
You want one more?
Oh yeah, I got one more.
You got one more?
I got one more.
Is it me?
So check it out. No, you good, baby. This right here is a clip. So he's saying Henny, but I did something to the video because we not. You know what I'm saying? On that vibe right now. But check this out.
What do you do? At Palooza, you pay one fee and you get unlimited.
You get unlimited. You get privilege. See black. All night. See all day.
How many shots or drinks would you say you had tonight?
10 to get it in.
What's the after party like after Palooza?
You got big booty strippers coming through. They got thongs on. Singing the thong song. I don't really know what else to say.
That sounds like fun to me.
It's fun. Bring a condom and we gonna get on it.
So check it out real quick.
You gotta let me see these videos next time we do this. So I can
say no more. Check it out.
He be finding the archives, yo.
Nigga, where did you get that?
No, I just be looking, man. I really do this. but check it out. I really wanted to play that clip. If you could bring that down a little bit, to really just put an emphasis. Obviously, homie he had a few Duces,
right.
But how do you want people to leave Duce Palooza? You know what I mean? Like they come there to see you. They come there to see their favorite artist. They come there to catch a big vibe. They come there to just feel the camaraderie of just
right.
This culture, man. And that's everything that you embody and that your team embodies, man. And You know, you guys do that. You guys been doing that for years. And
Right.
you do it so flawless, man. So, as the host and founder of this whole thing, man, how do you want people to leave Duce Palooza?
You know, we living in a time right now where it's very difficult to watch the news. It's very difficult to be around certain individuals. It's very, difficult just to exist. And, like Trap Karaoke, Duce Palooza is a black-owned company, and we want people to come, relax, drink, unwind, dance, make friends with your community, just exist in a black space because those spaces are very limited for us in America. So, 5 individuals just, we came up with this concept like, yo, let's just have fun. We couldn't go to the clubs. We couldn't afford it. We couldn't get into M2 or whatever club was popping, Cheetah or whatever was popping in New York City. So we created shit for ourselves, and we created it for our family, our friends, people that love to party and just have fun. We're not trying to be rock stars. We're just trying to earn a good living, smile, meet some beautiful women, play our favorite songs, and hopefully some of our favorite artists will appreciate it. And it just so happens that our favorite artist now financially backs us. So
Clap it up. Clap it up.
just, I just want this to be a tool that not only can, did we do it, it can be done and it can be done better. We're learning on the fly. I didn't know how to fucking throw a party. I didn't know what that was about. I just knew that I'm good on a microphone. My boys are good at DJing. My boys are good at throwing parties. And we formed together like, Transformers. And now here we are. I'm talking to y'all about it. Not sure if y'all care, but,
Clap it up.
We care.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a safe community for black women especially. We haven't had no incidents. We don't have no fights. We don't have no complaints. The cops don't come in. Everything is safe. Everything is legit. And everything is fun. We just did Brooklyn Mirage like a month ago, 6,000 people. YG, ASAP Ferg, Trey Songz, like the list goes on and on with the people that actually recognize that we're doing. We're just some young black kids, from the tri-state that just love to have fun and drink cognac. So that's it.
That's what I'm
pretty
talking
simple.
about, man. So I see one thing that's consistent at Duce Palooza,
Yeah.
and that right there is the swag surf. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of like the last joint I'm gonna play real quick. I'm so inspired by just how y'all just are so consistent with the swag surf. Check this out. Like, look how many people are doing this swag surf. So low, man, like,
Hold
I just
on.
wanna
I just
know-
want to say something.
go ahead.
You did that. Don't ever dim your light and
Know
be
what I
too
mean?
humble.
Word up.
You did that. You got
Word up.
impact. Okay? Own it.
All right, 2 things. One thing about that video that's most important, my parents were there. Mama Lo, my pops, my sister, and her best friend. And when they saw that, because I always lead the swag service, one of my favorite moments at any party that I do. And my mother saw that. She was like, do you have a song out that I don't know about? Like, and I'm like, no, it's just like a song that, I heard in college. I went to Howard University, so it's a song that I learned down there. And I would bring it back. I would bring it back to these parties in New York City, and it became a thing. And I know a lot of certain DJs don't like it, but it became a real big part of where I host and what I host. And it's like that moment for me, it just always unifies everybody in the building. Like, no matter where we are, no matter what city, no matter what venue, that song, really, really, really just puts the party and it just takes it up. So that was like 5,000 people. My mother and my father were there, and that shit was fun. Like, I just loved doing that shit. So that was one of my favorite moments. We're not doing that here.
Can I?
We're not doing that.
Can I just? I mean, is it cool if I just like? Anybody want a swag search with the boy Lowkey?
Are you that ass serious?
Orchestrated.
No, I
You know what I'm saying? We gonna sit
They
down.
already got us. It's
You know what
very
I'm saying?
simple. It's very simple.
Real quick,
Left
real quick.
to right.
Real
left
quick, real
to
quick.
right. Left
Just
to right.
Don't be shy,
Left to right. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Hey, 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 hey. We swag, we serve, we swag, we serve, we swag, we serve. But I'm clean like this detergent on Patron. Gone, purple by the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm smoking strong. And you know I'm on, bitch, I'm swag. I serve, I swag, I serve, I swag, I serve. All right, cut that shit off. Cut that shit
Yo,
off.
good
Cut
looking
that
out for
shit
that
off.
one,
Cut
Daddy.
that shit off.
Good looking out for that one, B.
New York City, thank you. I appreciate you. Los, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
dog.
Ivy,
That was
remember. I appreciate you. You an asshole for that, but all right.
Check it out, man. So we're going to close this out on a serious note. With this last segment, you know what I'm saying? It will be... Oh,
There's
yeah.
merchandise outside. Okay.
I thought he said the fire marshal here. I said shit, man. Yeah. But check this out. We're going to end it with this last segment right here. Y'all stay with us. This next joint right here. Tweets is watching.
Shit.
Nah, it's all gravy. It's all
Okay.
gravy.
To
Trust
apply
me.
to Low or to both of us?
Yes, both of us.
This both of y'all. It's
Okay.
both of
Oh
y'all.
my goodness.
Tweets is watching. Los is watching too. But
Oh my
so
God.
Lo, this right here. Sometimes I don't know where I find the energy, but I find it. Sound lights.
Like today.
Yes.
So if y'all didn't know, yeah, Lo and Ivy just fresh off a flight, so they both found the energy today. But I say this because I just want to know, where do you find the energy when you don't? Hey, can I get the lights, please? Thank you. Where do you find the energy when you don't have it?
I remember, there was a time where I got evicted from my apartment because I got laid off from a job. And then I slept on my sister's couch for about 5 years. And I was praying for work. I was praying for money. I was praying for the ability to showcase my talent to the industry, to the world. And that was like, I was tired. I think I was coming off a flight, or I don't know where I was, but those are the moments that I was at my lowest and depressed and arguing with my parents, arguing with my friends. So I pull the energy from those things because I don't want to go back to that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I know what rock bottom feels like, and I don't ever want to feel that shit again.
That's a fact.
So that's where I pull the energy from.
Hard. So Ivy, I got something right here. I seen that I've really found very inspiring. We can't go around measuring our goodness by what we don't do, what we deny ourselves, what we resist, and who we exclude. I think we got to measure goodness by what we embrace, what we create, and who we include.
Yes.
Bars.
Yeah, Ivy. Very good, Ivy. I like that.
So Ivy, talk to me about that.
Well, a lot of times I remind myself of these things because at the bottom, I said I wrote this last year.
I love that.
And on my Facebook, they love to share memories. And I'm like, damn, I was dropping gems. But when you see those gems at a different phase in your life, they hit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And with this, we lose ourselves looking at everything around us versus looking at everything within us, and I'm very much an advocate for not getting lost in the sauce. Like laser focus, making no excuses, no complaints. I don't complain about anything because there was one time I was fighting for everything, and it's also where you find yourself comparing yourself, so it's not about what that person does better than you is what you do that makes you great.
Yep.
You know? So you really got to practice this and affirm yourself time and time again about what you have, because somebody's fighting for what you have, even though you may not think it's enough. So that's where that came from.
That's dope, man. So before we get up out of here,
Y'all.
I just want to, there's no sleeping in the trophy room, by the way. And every champion has their mantra, that thing, that sign that they slap before they head out the locker room, that saying that they live by. What is there a saying or something that you live by, that you wake up every day, a beat you move to or something like that?
What I live by right now is just do it scared. You got to do everything very scared. You got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, predicaments, jobs, whatever the situation is, you got to be scared, and you have to, because when you do shit scared, you do it. You just go. You're not comfortable. You're not thinking straight. You're just trying to get it done. And when you're so comfortable and it's like the level of just doing this, the results aren't there no more. But when you do stuff scared, not to prolong it, but I work at Apple Music, and I fill in for Ebro when he's not, in New York City. And the first time I did it, I was terrified, shaking, on the boards, and just didn't know what was going on. But at the end of the show, I had a ball. I had the most fun I've ever had at that radio station ever. So I continue to do things scared. Every show I host, I'm nervous. Every show I host, and even though I've been doing this for the last 8 years of my life, I'm nervous every time I put the microphone in my hand. Every time. But that makes me perform to the best of my ability. And y'all probably wouldn't know it if you came to one of my events. It's just so natural, so effortless. Hey, I'm scared of shit. Because I don't want to embarrass me, my company, or my constituents. So that's why, I have that. But once you're not scared and once you're not nervous, you got to move on. Because now you're content. Now this is normal. Now you're comfortable. And now you can't perform. But when I stop being nervous, that's when you'll see me get off the stage. But until then, I'm nervous as shit every time.
Do it scared, y'all. Do it scared. Ivy, talk to me. What's that champion's mantra? What's that thing that you wake up to? What's that sign? What's it going to say when you slap, before you get up out the room?
It's so funny because what happened right before I got here, it was the smallest thing, but it applies to everything that happens in my life. I'm an overthinker. So this was not my outfit that I planned for this occasion. I had a whole different ensemble, and literally, as Spliff calls me to tell me that he's downstairs, I look to my best friend and I'm like, should I just put these shorts, these camos on, and my boots? And she's like, yeah, because that's you. So I say that to say, I tell myself, be you and do you, because that's the best you could do.
Yep.
Word up. Word up. Be you and do you. Try that every day, man. So, check this out. This is No Sleeping in the Trophy Room. I want to take this time to thank my guests, Ivy Rivera, my dog Lowkey, for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Sharing their truth, sharing their journey. And I want to thank
one time for Los for actually putting this together. He's been so excited.
Nah, keep it going, keep it going.
Been promoting.
Stand up.
Been tweeting, been texting. He's been putting a lot of effort into this, and I gave him my word. I was like, nah, I gotta come back to LA. I don't care what time I land. I gotta make sure. I've known him for so long. Our relationship's been genuine. He's been working his ass off, and you can't deny the talent. This is beautiful that everybody's in here on a Monday night. He got two very great individuals. One time for Ivy Rivera, you making beautiful moves.
Yeah.
One time for New York City for coming out, having a good time, but one time for my dog, Los.
And we're about to close it out. Let's meet up at the bar. We're going to have the merch going. You know what I mean? Let's do it, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Let's go.
Guys.
Time that I check, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap last time that I checked.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!